Welcome back to Prince's Friend, exploring music through Prince, and today we are on video number 3 of our ongoing, continuing review of Sign of the Times Super Deluxe. It's going to be a lot of videos, we're not even halfway there. If you've been enjoying the videos so far, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and make sure underneath the bell to click on all notifications and not just some notifications. It's a weird trick, YouTube. We're going to be going over another, I believe, 11 tracks from the Vault tracks because there's so many of them, so I decided to split them up into 4 different videos. This is video number 2 of those, so I say we have some fun. Let's get into those tracks.
She wants a place in heaven, but she cannot face the truth.
So track 13 of the first Vault disc, so we're going to finish off disc 1 first. It's A Place in Heaven, and this is one that I've actually had. I believe I've had this version, and I've had the backwards version, and there's a few different versions on here. This one is the one that was recorded by Prince by himself as kind of a vocal guide to give to Lisa, for Lisa to go ahead and do it. So from the booklet, it seems like he didn't even intend for this to be anything. This was just him, just like kind of on the originals. Like, this is his take on it so that you can take it and do your thing on it. But he wanted you to have at least an idea of what was originally intended with it. Honestly, I think it's a short song. It's sweet. It's cute. It's got a positive message. You know, I dig it kind of all around. I like it. So similar to what Prince did with Lisa Coleman, for Colors, he just kind of hit record in his apartment and said, "Hey, Wendy, do some guitar so that I can record it." And, you know, I think the plan was to have like them be like small little interludes on the next album, like in between tracks. So, you know, I think that that's a cool idea. This one's even shorter than the Lisa Coleman one. This is about half the length. It's only about a minute long. But, you know, I mean, I dig it. It really definitely shows off Wendy's style when it comes to her guitar playing.
Ever had a crystal ball? Ooh, expert lover, my babe.
The next one is, I don't know, it's kind of an odd one to have here. I think I would have thought that this one might have maybe ended up on the B-sides and extended and limited cuts and stuff, you know, disc, but it ended up here. But it's just the 7-inch mix of Crystal Ball. So it's the same Crystal Ball we got from Crystal Ball, but it's, you know, half the length. So I didn't hear much of a difference. It is actually cool to see what like a shorter version of that song would sound like. This is likely one of those things that maybe more DJs might want to play because I think it contains more of the musical part of it and takes out some of the more theatrical parts of the song. So, and what's interesting is I just had a conversation with another friend who was telling me how they actually have in their hands or they have heard it, I don't know which one it was now off the top of my head, but that they had actually heard an even longer cut of Crystal Ball. I am on the hunt for that, so if anybody has that, I would love to hear it. In any case, it's what we've already heard, but shorter. Next, we get Big Tall Wall version 1. And this one, you know, this song became a fast favorite of mine on this collection. I actually enjoy both versions that are on here. But it really wasn't at first. It had to grow on me, like seriously. The idea of this song is like, it's really strong. It's like, I'm going to build a wall around you to show you how much I love you. But I also realize that that's now creating sort of a prison around you, so you can't get out. So it is one of those, it's very like strange relationship. I love you so much. It kind of turns into something darker sort of thing. But like a lot of Prince songs, even though it's touching, I think, on some darker themes, it sounds super happy and the cowbell is amazing. The booklet says that the song is about Susanna Melvoin, which, you know, timelines line up, so that probably makes sense. For me, it's not even necessarily about, who a particular song is actually about or anything like that. It's more just I want to know the story, not of how the idea came about, but of the one that Prince is trying to tell in the music. So I enjoy the little notes, though, in the booklet just to kind of give a little bit more context to some of the stuff. But in any case, I love the song. So the next one is A Place in Heaven backwards. So, so we all know Prince loved backwards things and messing with, that's backmasking and whatnot. And this one is interesting because it actually sounds kind of pretty backwards and forwards, and you don't get that in a lot of songs. That said, I've listened to this whole set from front to back, I think about 6 or 7 times before doing these reviews, and I have to admit that I ended up skipping this one on probably the last 3. It's fun and it's interesting, but if I'm going to listen to A Place in Heaven, I think I'm just going to go ahead and listen to the actual Place in Heaven. Enough said. Did you ever feel that life was like looking for a penny in a large room with no light? So In a Large Room with No Light, this one was surprising because I actually didn't know that this one was written before, the later years when I actually first heard it, which I believe was like 2001-ish, 2002-ish. I love the song, and it was interesting to hear this version of it. I think like most songs that were originated in like the Revolution kind of era, this version is slower, a little grungier, and when Prince eventually, reworked it later on in his career, it was faster and a little bit jazzier and whatnot. So, I mean, you definitely hear that if you compare the two versions, this one and the later one. From the book, it actually says that this song originated also from a jam session with Lisa and Wendy with Prince, so that's pretty interesting. And Eric Leeds is quoted as even saying, like, I think I like this song so much because it was actually Lisa and Wendy's song. Another Eric Leeds burn on Prince. In either case, I really love this song, and I think I like the later version better. I liked the jazziness of it, but this version is really good too. Now, that was all of just the first disc of Vault tracks, and that was a lot. That was like 18 tracks. So let's go ahead and jump into the second disc, and we're going to hit 5 tracks off of that real quick. So the first track on the second disc is Train. And this is one of those cool songs that, like, I don't know, it's the reason why I got into, like, industrial music and, like, Nine Inch Nails, because they would have, like, a real-world sound, and then it would morph into a beat of some sort. Reptile being one of my favorite Nine Inch Nails songs that does that. It sounds like a factory machine. Anyway, on this one, the beat itself is very much like a train trucking along, and I actually really like that. I like the fact that you can feel the momentum of the song in the song, and that takes some creativity in order to do that. Not everybody can do that well. Lyrically, it's actually kind of a sad song, but it almost feels a little bit like Motown-y, so it sounds like it's uplifting and happy, even though the lyrics are a little bit on the sad side. I mean, it's about, a relationship breaking up, so and not necessarily because Prince wants it to, but the other person wants it to, and he's like, I'm not going to stand in your way. I guess you can go ahead and go. There's a train leaving. This version of it was done by Prince by himself, and then he threw some Eric and Atlanta Bliss on top of it. This is another one, though, that the sound quality isn't that great, but it's better than the version that I have in my bootlegs, because the version I had in my bootlegs was like, it was really terrible. So I'm very happy to have it in any kind of listenable condition. And in the end, the song is so good that you can totally overlook the slight inconsistency with the sound quality. So It Ain't Over Till the Fat Lady Sings was kind of a cool instrumental. I actually kept waiting for a vocal to come in because the music itself, I feel like it would support some lyrics, and like I even like came up with like 5 different melodies that Prince could have used like while I was listening to it. So like I like the piece. I was hoping that it would have been bigger, but it was just like a cool, really laid back, really felt very Under the Cherry Moony, just an instrumental track. So it was a good listen though. I like it. So Eggplant is Prince's song warning men to stay away from materialistic and like self-obsessed women. I mean, honestly, this song is kind of amazing in every way. I really, really love this song. It's just so much fun. It's funny. Prince was like cracking jokes and, giving real hard life lessons at the same time. But I love the groove. I love Prince's screams in the song. After the song kind of proper is done, it goes into just an amazing kind of jam session. I mean, I have nothing really to critique this song on. It's just overall really, really good. Everybody want what they don't got. People always want what they should not. They got So Everybody Want What They Don't Got was kind of just like a short, kind of lighthearted song. It was interesting because the booklet was like, Prince is singing about the 10th commandment and all that. And I'm like, it didn't feel like it was that, deep or whatever. It was just like, hey, some people want what they don't got and other people have what people want and stuff with words. The sound quality on this one is also just a little off. But it's short and it's cute. Like, it's a good song. I'm glad to have it, but it definitely, like, if it was left off, I wouldn't have been mad about it. It's one of those kind of songs. So Blanche. Blanche is both fun and funky. It's one of those songs that Prince would create some sort of new scream or howl. This one is, so it's like you get these sorts of things where he comes up with that and then he bases a whole song around it. And I love it when he does that, first off. So I think that this song is pretty good. It's a little bit repetitive in the guitar part, but that's how jam sessions go. You're kind of doing the same thing so you can kind of get a feel for it. I think the only real criticism that I have is that he rhymes fire and desire. Anybody who's been watching my channel for a while knows that I'm not a fan of any song that rhymes fire and desire. I think it's an overplayed trope. I think everybody gets one. So this is your one, Prince. I don't think I've ever heard him do it in any other song. It's this one. But, I think everybody deserves to have that one song where they rhyme fire and desire. I feel like I will never have a song that rhymes fire and desire. Otherwise, this is a great song. All right, so we are about halfway through the second disc of Vault Tracks. We're going to cut it there. This set is so good, and I can't wait to go through more of it. If you want to keep going on with us, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification. Check into becoming either a patron or a YouTube member. Links to those are down in the description, and you'll be listed on the wall of gratitude, which is at the end of the video. I want to continue the discussion about these Vault Tracks down in the comments. Don't forget to leave me some thoughts down there about this video, any of the songs we talked about, or the set as a whole. Let's just open it up. Otherwise, may you live to see the dawn. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video.